Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. We are back on F1 25 for the new patch that just recently came out, actually yesterday on the 15th. It's version 1.12 of the F1 25 game, and finally, apparently they fixed something, and we're gonna figure out if it's true or not. And that is the AI behavior, because it was ruining a lot of people's experience with career mode, and in general we had always these issues with the AI in general. So let's have a look quickly at the patch notes. So computer controlled drivers, AI update. AI behavior has been updated so that they can brake later into and accelerate less effectively out of turns. Okay, that means you should be able to not dive bomb them as hard anymore. And they shouldn't have this insane OP grip coming out of corners, because that was ridiculous. In dry conditions, this will not affect overall lap time, but in the wet, they will be slightly slower. And that is also a big thing, because the AI on F1 25 in the wet is pretty much impossible to beat. At least for someone that doesn't grind the game very hard. It's impossible. Like, you really need to lower the AI completely so you have a slight chance. And obviously, if I'm a creator, I don't really want to change all the time. Like, oh, 110 AI for the dry. Oh, 100 for this or less. I don't know. Whatever you need to do, it should just be consistent. And the AI performance shouldn't fluctuate. It's a similar thing. I still think there's an issue with AI being quick on some tracks compared to others. Like Monaco, they are fast, they are slow. Tracks like Miami, they are ridiculously fast in Sector 1. Then they are slow in Sector 2. Then they're again fairly decent in Sector 3. In Spain, they just have OP tire temps, and yeah, it's just a mess. The following extensive internal testing and feedback from the broad F1 refines, nobody wants to read that. You will now notice that AI race in a more flowing fashion, ensuring that they enter and exit corners closer to how a real-world driver would, whilst carrying a more appropriate amount of speed through corner apexes. Sounds great. AI performance in wet weather conditions has also been taken into consideration. The changes relating to acceleration in particular mean AI performance is now better aligned with how your car is expected to drive in the same track conditions. As a result, lap times for the AI in the wet are slightly slower, differing on a track and difficulty level basis. Okay, that all sounds great. Like, there was also F2 added and a couple of other things, like small fixes, audio, peripherals, whatever. Honestly, I don't care about that stuff. We are here for the big update, and this is the AI behavior. Well, okay, you may find it more difficult to dive bomb them going into corners, or that AI's out of corner acceleration isn't as strong as before. In dry conditions, lap times for AI drivers are nearly identical to what they were pre-patch, which is okay. Still makes me question, we would need more consistent AI, being decent on every single track, not just being good on one, being bad on one. It doesn't really add up. However, these driving characteristics changes may encourage you to adjust your difficulty setting accordingly. Please continue to share feedback, blah, 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 blah. Okay, great stuff, EA. If you actually, I mean, first of all, we need to say they listened, okay? They read the criticism, and they tried to change it. It took too long, because, I mean, the game came out when? In July? In June? Whenever it came out, it's definitely been 2 months, if not 3 months. And people are grinding career mode. They are already in season 4 or 5. I haven't, but some people did. And it ruins a lot of the experience if it takes so long to make these small adjustments. I know I'm not a developer, so I can't judge, but I would just wish that these things either are detected by good testing before launch, or that they are effectively being worked on from the launch to fix it within the first 1 or 2 weeks. I mean, a game should be ready to go once it's available to the public, not game-breaking things like this. And this is game-breaking for career mode. I know creators that literally skip wet weather races, so yeah. But we're gonna try out a dry race, an inter race, and also a wet race around whatever track, and 110 AI settings from the back of the grid, 5-lap race, and let's see if I can actually notice a difference or not. Okay, we're doing 5 laps around Miami. Let's see if the turn 1 dives are still... Oh, okay, we're taking it easy. I don't want to get damaged. We're on sim damage. Let's see. Sector 1 is pretty quick, always from the AI. Do we have to spam stuff? We are also on a good setup. We are from SRC. This is a non-sponsored video, by the way, but if you want to use the setups, there's a 10% discount in the description down below. Oh, we're getting sent around the outside. Wow. Okay. Now sector 2, let's see. Top speed, did anything change there? They didn't mention it, so no. It looks like the AI still has their completely ridiculous top speed, because we are on super low wings. And regarding sending on the inside, maybe it's just a lap 1 issue still, because in lap 1 the AI usually is quite slow if they're in line here. Honestly, so far I can't tell any difference whatsoever in the dry. I'm really curious about the wets. We are also gonna mix up the tracks for the wets. It's not necessary that we are doing the same track everywhere. I mean, it's gonna be a common behavior across different tracks. We can still send them quite hard here. But right there, I could see, yeah, they are not as fast on the corner exits. So we can race them a bit harder. Ooh. Against our teammate. It's also the 110 AI. So this is as fast as it will get on this game. See, in these corners, the AI is still pretty crazy. And then top speed, obviously. Man, we're running solo wings and I have to spam our ERS. It's doable, more doable than before. I can feel a difference. I still think on this track, there's room to play for EA to actually adjust it and maybe make it even more drastic, the effect. But right here, ooh, yeah. Okay, here I could see it. No OP traction for Tsunoda. Yeah, so far the racing is pretty good. I mean, it's not the biggest difference whatsoever. It could be bigger, but we are keeping up with the AI right away. I just want to say Alonso with the fast lap, but we are Alonso. I mean, they're still crazy there. So we still have these imbalances with sectors. Now we are 9/10 back. We have to spam our battery. And then we are just closing right back in the middle sector, especially the chicane. We're so much faster in the whole chicane section, but then I mess up the exit here. Still, they're not running away like crazy. Top speed wise, it's okay. I think actually on this track it looks like it does work. Obviously we're not gonna test every single track now. Can we dive him? But you can still see these sort of dive bombs are still doable. I mean, you should be able to dive bomb. It's also possible in real life. But I was still quite far back. Even here, Norris. There was a super late send. Hülkenberg. 5 times, yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much... Oh, we're gonna... Okay, we're 6 times back. We don't have any battery. Let's try and send to Hülkenberg. If it's doable, then... Yeah, we still have an issue there. Okay, we have an issue. Because... we just didn't just dive bomb Piastri, Hülkenberg, but we also dive bomb Piastri. So I think test 1 is done. In the drive for sure. They still have too much grip. They need to tweak the grip levels in some corners, and then it would be fine. But with this right now, we still have this issue. But honestly, corner exits is fine. Corner exits, I think they did a pretty good job. I don't think they need to do much tweaking there. But we can still, look at this, I mean, we can brake so late, even on the outside. Outside send. Here, same thing, probably. I could probably even dive Oscar into that corner if I really want to. Canada in the McLaren. As Oscar Piastri, still equal performance, 110 AI. Let's see how the AI is dealing in intermediate conditions. So the notorious turn 1 sends, they are still more than doable, but let's see if we can actually keep up with the pace in the wets with... Wow, maybe not like that, into our teammate. Sorry for the flashback. And the chrome livery bangs. I just love McLaren with chrome. Never was a big fan of the papaya, but chrome always works. Down the inside of our championship rival. Wow. So especially in this corner, I want to see in the next few laps, corner that we just exited, because usually, at least in the dry, I had crazy traction. And so far it looks like the gap is keeping quite consistent. Whoa, double send on the Williams. Is the AI actually too slow now, or? It's 110, guys. I'm not lying. I can show you, but I think you guys believe me. I don't need to lie. Russell 27.9. Oh, he's pulling away. And we send Leclerc here. There was sim damage and we didn't get damage. Alright. Well, okay, that was maybe a bit too late. But still shows that we can actually send them. Let's see. Exit. It's 5.5 right now. Okay, right here they actually fixed it. Because on some of these corner exits, that is amazing. And we are purple in sector 1. That's also a good sign. I don't think we're going to be purple in sector 2. Oh, we're sending it deep. Getting cut back by Pierre Gasly. Obviously, I'm also running an intermediate setup. We are also sending Alonso there. P1 at 22.3. We are driving at 22.1. I can't believe it. Did they actually fix weather driving? We can raise the AI. Rear mode is safe. Do you have to apply it, or is it already applicable, like the AI behavior? It should be applicable without even... Oh, nice. There are positive signs that they actually fixed it. Also here, we can keep up with the exit. Yeah, but this is a little bit... They are too kind, man. The AI is way too kind in these corners. We can literally still dive bomb them like crazy. So this is still not perfect, but their exit speed is good. They really did well on fixing the exit speeds. But they are also never a threat to attack. Oh, another one. What? Okay, that's crazy. But lap time wise, 21.0, okay. So we are actually cooking compared to the AI. And yes, it is 110. And it is equal car performance. So anyone is claiming it isn't, it is. Okay, final track definitely is gonna be Spain in the wets. Because I was struggling in career mode in Spain a lot compared to the AI pace. I mean, look at this. I'm not crazy good, guys. I'm literally a second off esports pace right now, if I don't grind. And we are not grinding. If I just play casually, we are not too quick, and I'm not really struggling with keeping up with the AI. I'm literally beating them so easily. 22.1 from Russell. But we are half a second faster. Okay, I think, guys, this is already proving something. Okay, we saw again the same thing. The exits are definitely fixed. The lap times, we can compete. Now I'm really curious about an OP AI track in the heavy rain. Can we do it or not? Okay, final time, heavy rain, let's see. Spain, like, if it goes anything like my career mode episode on my German channel, it's not gonna be good, but we already get pretty decent traction compared to the AI. We are sticking to the wet compound. Usually you can run the inters, obviously. Lap 1 sends are still crazy. Wow, 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 chill. Apparently you can run inter in any sort of wet condition on this game. From what I've seen, I don't think you're using the wets similar to real life, so at least they got something right, but the AI is not using it, so struggling a little bit on traction there compared to the AI. Can still send them, but it's lap 1. Lap 1 I wouldn't take too serious. Ferrari fighting for points. Yeah, okay, the AI is pretty good around here. It looks like it. Yeah, okay, on this track, for example, you can see the AI performance again. Final corner, way too much grip compared to us. On one track, we are beating them. On the other, we are barely surviving. I guess if we could run the inters, maybe it would look better. I just want to see the lap time difference, because we have not clean air, but we don't have to fight anyone. And then afterwards, after this lap, I believe we're gonna try the inters at least in the heavy rain conditions and see if we can keep up better. Oh, okay, maybe it's not the exit, maybe it's at top speed. But yeah, we are way far off. I mean, that's a 30.1 Verstappen is in 27.7, so they haven't fixed anything on this track at least. Maybe it's just the AI. It's hard to judge, honestly. It's very hard to judge.
Okay.
I can't even put inters on. Alright, guys. So that, that has to be it. That has to be it. But it looks like in heavy rain, on some tracks, it's still gonna be tricky to be on the AI pace, because the 27, you could see my lap was clean. I didn't make big mistakes. There's not 2 or 3 seconds difference between me and Max Verstappen, for sure not. But it can be track related. It's still a little bit frustrating. But hey, they did something. The exits are not as OP anymore. The entries, they are maybe still a little bit too conservative on the brakes. The lap times is a different topic. I think still the AI is too inconsistent on each track, and we also need an improvement on them not being OP in a certain part of the circuit compared to another one where they are super slow. It needs to be more balanced. But I think EA did a good job here. It's a step forward. We just need a couple more steps forward, and then we have an amazing AI to race with, and the F1 game is already, in my opinion, one of the leading AIs on the sim racing market. So they don't have too much competition, but it's always good to improve your own product. So yeah, hopefully they will keep on listening. That was a good first step, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. You, Marcel, have a great day. Peace.